Looks like Frank Warren is highly interested in putting Billy Joe Saunders in with Super WBA Super Middleweight Champion St. George Groves. We back to the Box Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfellow. We cover the board. Talking UK. UK fight. Billy Joe Saunders is a good fighter. He's a big middleweight. I don't think a lot of people outside the UK realize how big of a middleweight Billy Joe Saunders is. Good chin. Bare knuckle fight. His great grandfather was a good bare knuckle fighter. That's a gypsy lifestyle. So he's rumored to have an awesome chin. He's slick, fast, quick. The offense, his offense aggression could use some work, but he's a good defensive counter puncher, and he has wonderful boxing IQ. George Groves is a good counter puncher. Similar to Billy Joe Saunders a little bit. I think Billy Joe Saunders is a better defensive fighter and slicker than George Groves. Way slicker than George. George Groves not even slick. But Groves is obviously a natural super middleweight. And Frank Warren likes his fighters' chances. And Billy Joe Saunders, and opening might just open up for Billy Joe Saunders because it's rumored that George Groves' shoulder that he hurt against Eubanks Jr. late in that fight this past Saturday may be severely injured. And he may, pull out the World Boxing Super Series tournament and they might find a replacement. And if that's the case, his shoulder is that bad, well, he can rehab up, tune up, and see Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders does have an agenda. Canelo and Golovkin, a lot hinges on that fight. There's several different possibilities that can happen for that fight. If Canelo beats Triple G, Golovkin vacates the WBC belt, which will go to the Hugo Centennial Jr. Jamal Charlo fight winner because they're fighting for the interim title belt. So they will be the WBC champion because Canelo is not elected to fight for Golovkin's WBC title again. He didn't fight for the first fight, and he's not going to fight it this time, from what I'm understanding. If Golovkin wins, Billy Joe Saunders is going, Team Golovkin wants to finally pursue undisputed and fight Billy Joe Saunders unless they do a immediate rubber match with Canelo. But more than likely, he's going to go ahead and go for the kill and fight Billy Joe Saunders in the fight in the UK. I thought it was going to be in Kazakhstan. Sound like they want to fight in the UK. So that's that. If Canelo end up winning as well, not only does the WBC and the IBO title go vacant, he will only elect to have the IBF and the WBA championship. Obviously, the WBC will go to Jamal Charlo, Hugo Centennial Jr. winner. But Billy Joe Saunders probably may just move up and fight George Groves. He might want to unify with Jamal Charlo. I don't know. He might want to, man up and fight Danny Jacobs. But I can tell you one thing, Canelo Alvarez isn't fighting Billy Joe Saunders. Eric Gomez said they fought their movers. Billy Joe Saunders is a runner. They're not, interested in that fight. So Billy Joe Saunders may fight Jamal Charlo. Charlo kind of nudged at him this weekend, let him know you're there. We talked about that in the video. But or he might just defend his WBO title, wait it out for George Groves to get healthy and fight George Groves and be a two-way champion. And maybe he might want to fight with DeGale, maybe want to fight with another champion, but he's really on par or on course or on route to retire. He wants to retire real soon, so being a two-time two-way division champion, he might just retire and get out the sport. So, Triple G Canelo has a lot of, possibilities. It has a large effect on the middleweight division and also the superweight middleweight division. But Billy Joe Saunders first has to beat Martin Murray. They are friends, and Martin Murray is a solid fighter. He was the only guy I gave Triple G credit for before the Kell Brook fight for beating. So I have high regards for Martin Murray, but we'll see. I think George Groves and Billy Joe Saunders is a good fight in the UK. Make sure, George Groves' shoulder is okay. Well, we probably at least a year away from that if George Groves' shoulder is terribly bad. If it's, dislocated, they make a pop it in, he can rehab or whatever it may be. But, Frank Warren knows what he's doing. He's probably the best promoter in the UK, in my opinion. Eddie Hearn might be the most popular promoter, but I think Frank Warren is the best promoter. Just from my vantage view, I'm not from over there, but it's just outside looking in. And it'll be an interesting fight. Don't think that just because Groves is naturally a super middleweight, that Billy Joe Saunders ain't a big guy. He really is. And, out of all those possibilities, I see good fights happening if fighters want to do it. And we'll see. But let me know what y'all think about this hypothetical matchup. Y'all know what it is. TBC. We out.